Ladies and gentlemen, very special guest I want you to meet today. This is Rachel from Ollys charity. Rachel, I know it's a very, very poignant story and prompted you to start Ollys in 2012. Can you tell me a little bit more about that, please?
Yeah, of course I can. So Molly was basically my daughter who, I've got three kids who are all three under the age of 3. And when Molly was just 3 years old, she was diagnosed with a rare kind of kidney cancer called a Wilms tumour. And really it started what was for us a 5-year journey where Molly was in and out of Birmingham Children's Hospital, had numerous operations, chemotherapy, radiotherapy, stem cell transplants, you name it, everything thrown at her. But sadly we weren't to be one of the lucky ones, and Molly died at the age of 8 in 2011. But when you've sat in Birmingham Children's Hospital for 5 years, you see lots of things around you. I would say, despite our loss, we were very lucky as a family. We had fantastic support from family and friends and all sorts of people. But many people don't have a network. Family may be living far away, they're struggling financially or have mental health issues or illnesses themselves, that it's very difficult. And it's very different looking after a child in hospital than it is, an adult. You can't leave your 3-year-old for a moment. They want you there, 24/7 kind of thing. And really from our experiences, it was about the little things that can make a difference in life. And that's really the essence of what Molly Ollys is about. So we support children across the UK who've got any life-threatening illness. And really we do that in 3 ways.
Okay. So when Molly got really, really ill, of course, you and your husband had to take it in turns because you still had 2 children at home as well and explaining things to them as well. It must have been, non-stop.
Yeah, and it's exhausting, explaining kind of the mental exhaustion that you have in that kind of situation is really hard to people, and I never criticise people for not getting it, but unless you've been there, it's hard to imagine, and people think, oh, you're just sitting in hospital, but actually you're constantly trying to be the best you for your child, to, chivvy them along, and, take on board lots of medical things that are being told to you, and, keeping an eye and monitoring and working as a team with the doctors and nurses. So there's so many different aspects, and the ripple effect on, everybody around you is far more wide-reaching than you ever anticipate, really.
Absolutely. And there was one stage you actually thought Molly might have got a little bit better as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the illness that, the type of cancer that she had was one of the most treatable ones. We'd caught it early, but that just wasn't meant to be for us. And, you obviously, I'm a positive person in life generally, and you always try to look for the positives in different things. And we had fantastic care. I could not fault the care that we had, at the Children's Hospital and with the community nursing teams. But, sometimes you have to look in a different way and have to face very challenging circumstances.
Right, so you started the charity in 2012, obviously in Molly's name.
That's right.
Molly Ollerinshaw.
Yes.
Shortened to Molly Ollys.
Yes, that's right.
So far you've already helped 21,500 children, which is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
And how do you help those children?
So, as I say, really in 3 ways. So, first of all, we do wishes. Now, these aren't fantastical things of necessarily meet celebrities or, go to Florida and swim with the dolphins, that kind of thing. They are, for many people, basic need. So, like I say, actually, it can become, very difficult financially. So, for many people, that might be £500 worth of, your supermarket vouchers, or a piece of equipment that can help them, or it may be something to keep them entertained in hospital for long periods of time, things like iPads or, arts and crafts or Lego or something like that. It may be something to bring the family together again, because it can be very divisive when you have a child that's ill. So, as we were saying, either my husband or I were with Molly, and then you're never together as a family unit. So having a focus and something to look forward to, of maybe a theatre trip or a trip to Legoland or Centre Parks to bring you together again, could be something, or memory items when sadly a child isn't going to be here much longer. So things like fingerprint jewelries or hand cast and stuff like that.
So you've got 5,500 wishes, I think, so far that you've helped youngsters, and just to make give them a bit of a bright light for just a day or so, isn't it?
It's really important, because actually those things can just help, like I say, keep you occupied while in hospital, or give you something to look forward to when actually there doesn't seem to be a lot of hope sometimes, or it's just really challenging and you're worn out and exhausted and you just want somebody to help you do something. So it is very significant at that point.
And so far, about £5.7 million that you've raised.
We have, which I'm always
that's
surprised.
no mean feat, is it? I mean,
no.
How can we help at Stratford Town Football Club?
So you can help by raising awareness. For us, the really important thing is that we get to the children that need our support. So it's kind of twofold, really. Whilst we always need the money to do what we do, equally, it's about reaching those that need us. So I always say to people, if you can give money, fantastic. If you can't, just go out and tell 5 people about what we do, and you never know where that leads to. So some of our best supporters have come from the most, smallest things, possible, really. But it's about, telling people, or maybe you have you're somebody that has a goods or services that we could use. So we had a young boy with a brain tumour who was end of life recently at 13 years old. His wish was to have a tailor-made suit. And we got in touch with a local tailor, Richard George over in Leamington, who very kindly facilitated that for us. And just gave that suit to us. So it just meant a huge amount, to offer that service. So I think the great thing is anybody can help us. It doesn't matter what you do. But I think the key thing is come and talk to us. We'll share what we do. And for us, it's very personal. And I think it's really important when we're asking for money that people know where their money is going and how that's making a difference to people.
Yeah. Well, we haven't got an elephant in the room. We've got a lion.
Yep.
Who have we got here?
So we've got here Ollie the Brave. Now, Ollie the Brave is the second way that we help people. And Ollie is a therapeutic toy that we've designed, and we've written a series of 6 books that accompany him as well. And Ollie has something called a central line or a Hickman line, and we have another one represents a porta cath. And these are devices that basically a lot of children who have a serious illness and need medicines administered quickly will have. That they're kind of an intravenous set of pipes is what I'd call them. But they're just a bit weird to get used to. And when you're living with them for a year or more, it's a bit strange. So Ollie's got a set of lines, a Hickman line or Wigglies as they're nicknamed, to normalise that for kids. Cancer is the illness that affects, is one of the most children that we help. And Ollie's got a detachable mane so that those going through treatment who may lose their hair understand about hair loss, because his mane will come off and show them that they still look as beautiful and lovely without or with their hair. And then basically we've done the manes in different colours, and when your hair grows back, sometimes it can grow back a bit differently. And I'm pleased to say we've got an orange Mohican, which is obviously great for Stratford Town Football Club, colours.
Absolutely. Rachel, absolute pleasure meeting to you and talking to you, and best luck with absolutely everything. And here at Stratford Town, we can't wait to get involved with you. So thank you very much.
No, really appreciate it. Thank you.